going on, everybody? It's AG and Brucie back for a brand new podcast. Training camp is officially underway. We talked a little bit about last week, but now fans can actually go there. So We'll probably be there Thursday, so we'll have some insights. But other than that, I just wanted to just appreciate all the viewers of our last video. About 148 views. It's the most viewed podcast we've had so far. Officially hit 50 subscribers, so let's keep it rolling, baby. But we're going to get right into the show here. It was a busy weekend of combat sports. Everyone knows about the boxing fight. We'll start with UFC 291, though. Kevin Holland defeats Michael Chiesa. First-round darts choke. Usually Holland's ground game is not the greatest. Chiesa's actually like a jiu-jitsu, like, savant, you know? Yeah. But Holland showed good takedown defense, was flawless throughout. Chiesa kept ducking his head every time he was getting striked. You never want to do that.
That's setting up straight for a kick.
Yeah, and Chiesa hasn't fought in 2 years. He had back surgery, and he should probably just retire. But you speak about guys who needs to retire.
Bobby Green?
No, Tony Ferguson pretty much got retired by Bobby Green.
Oh.
Bobby Green defeated Ferguson with the arm triangle in the third round. Ferguson was running right into the shots the whole time, and Tony's not the type to tap, so he went right to sleep. So I just saw something. Tony Ferguson got poked in the eye early in the fight, and he's using that as an excuse to why he lost. He looked like shit.
Yeah.
Other than that, that was a good fight. It was a pretty good card, actually. The Black Beast, Derek Lewis, took off his drawers. His balls must have been hot.
Called that one.
Yes,
that
I did.
Stood no chance.
And he was underdog. I don't know who came up with these odds. And Jorge Masvidal was in the house, the former BMF.
Yeah.
And Derek Lewis came in and threw a flying knee right off the rip. The guy was just like overwhelmed. Derek Lewis got on top of him, took his pants off, went like this.
Yeah.
And, that guy is just always fun to watch. He's got the most knockouts in UFC heavyweight history, too. So
Alex Pereira.
Yep, he defeated Jan Blachowicz via split decision. I think that was a terrible call. Generally, if you dominate on the ground, they give you the fight. Yeah. He had over 5 minutes ground control, 2 takedowns. Pereira had no ground control. He landed 20 more significant strikes. It was just an okay fight. That was probably the worst fight on the main card, but it even wasn't that bad. And then we had Gaethje defeated Poirier with the second-round knockout. Poirier had him hurt in the first round, but, Justin was setting up the high kick the whole fight, and that's what he knocked him out with. So it was a hell of a fight. It could be fixed. Maybe it's scripted because Poirier beat him the first time, Gaethje beat him the second.
Yep.
Now they're going to have to fight a third time.
It's like NFL, the script.
It's all scripted.
Coming out.
So, UFC 291 was a phenomenal card. Then in a couple of weeks here, we got Sterling and O'Malley.
Yeah.
2 just ass wipes. That would be an okay card. I don't think I'm going to tune into that one.
Then you got Boxing World.
Yeah.
Errol Spence.
So this was like one of the biggest boxing fights within the last 10 years. And Bud Crawford showed why he's number 1 pound for pound in the world.
Beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. So Spence got dropped by a right hook in the second round. He was kind of reaching in on a jab. Spence did do a good job on the inside early on. But then every time, his entry and his exit, every time he was coming in, he was getting caught. And then when he would come out, he was getting caught. And then the 7th round, Spence got hit with the right hand, knocked him down. Then he got knocked down again at the very end of the round. And then in the 9th round, I was thinking maybe a 10th round, Crawford just came in with a flurry of punches, finished the fight. So now they're talking maybe a rematch. There's a rematch clause in the fight. And that would be at 154. So we'll see. But it was...
I don't know. I think it was a little one-sided.
Yeah.
Maybe
and Errol Spence is like one of the best boxers in the world, too.
Right.
So that just goes to show how good Bud Crawford is. And a lot of people don't know, he actually got shot in the head before one of his fights one time in like a drive-by.
Really?
And then he drove himself to the hospital. And then he was supposed to fight the next day, and he's like still trying to fight. And they're like, no, we're not. You got a bullet fragment in your head, so you're not fighting. So it's pretty interesting. The guy's a hell of a boxer. They're both class acts too.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot of yapping before. That's probably why it wasn't promoted as much as it should have been.
Yeah.
But people want to see good TV.
Then you get into Vikings news. Training camp, like you just said, officially upon us. Football's back. It's about time.
Yeah.
And then, we get into some training camp notes right away.
Yeah, a lot of headlines in that first week. Sounds like Jaron Hall's been looking like a stud the first few days of camp. The 5th-round pick has just been showcasing his arm strength.
Yep.
He's a great guy. I think he's going to do a lot of good stuff for the community and everything.
Well, and he's got a little bit of mobility. He's a leader in the locker room is what I've heard.
Yeah.
And he's also, he's just out there. He's showing his leadership in the huddle, in and out of it,
yep.
on and off the
field. And you were
field.
saying he had some comparisons to Russ is what some scouts have been saying. So, we'll see where that goes with them. Obviously Kirk's going to be the guy this year. And And Kirk just came in at 42 amongst the top 100. So it's kind of nice to have a guy like that. You know how many people respect that guy now? Everyone's just
after the show,
everybody's in love with him. The show made him like the greatest.
If you haven't seen the Quarterback Show on Netflix, watch that. That's a great series. You'll have some more appreciation for Kirk. I know that I didn't really have much.
He gets a lot of TV time too.
Yeah,
damn it, more than Mahomes.
And then we go on the defensive side of the ball. Jawan Williams has come over from the Patriots, 6'3", 212 pounds. Yeah, that is a massive quarterback.
So he kind of reminds me of Brandon Browner, who was on Seattle. They had the Legion of Boom.
Yep.
He was like 6'4", 225. Those big corners like that are helpful. They may not be the quickest, but they'll put them. It's all about the matchups. They're not going to put them on a speedster. They're going to put them on a bigger receiver. It's like a guy like T. Higgins or something. A big receiver like a Metcalf.
Well, and you look at like previous Brian Flores defenses. Yeah, that's what he loves to do. He loves to have long corners on the outside. Looks like Byron Murphy's been working on the slot majority of the time. That's a tough one to play in the NFL.
So it sounds like Murphy and Evans are the locks, 1 and 2 locks.
Yep.
But we'll see. You got Blackman. But the Jawan Williams has been impressing.
So as it stands, I think it's Byron Murphy number 1, Evans number 2, Jawan Williams 3. I think Blackman's over Booth right now.
Yeah.
So I would Blackman and then Booth. That's that. Coming into this year, I wouldn't have said we had any depth at cornerback.
Now it seems like we got plenty of depth. So Quasi did a good job with that. And then you look at receivers. Jordan Addison made some impressive catches at training camp.
Yep.
He showed off his high-end route running, ball skills. He's starting to look like the real deal. Even Kirk Cousins praised him. Let the reporters know, keep an eye on the guy. I think he'll come around. He's going to learn, obviously, but he's 21 years old. So.
And look, you saw the white Lambo yesterday. How could you not go fast driving a car like that?
Yeah.
And you're young, 21 years old.
I would drive it fast too.
140. We might do that.
Well, Brandon's got 160 in the Mustang.
Yeah. Yeah. See, so it happens. Look, young, stupid,
go fast,
but maybe keep it on the track.
Yeah, and then keep talking about receivers. Naylor's been on fire since camp started.
Yeah.
Look for him to make a difference this year. I guess he's really been impressing. You look at receivers, man. The receivers are deep. There's gonna be some guys that aren't. So let's get the guys that probably aren't. Blake Prohl's not.
Nah, he's not gonna make
just go start singing. I heard you got the voice of an angel,
yeah.
Songbird of your generation.
He's got a backup plan.
Yeah, but you got Jefferson, KJ, Addison, Naylor, 4 locks for sure. And then the 5 and 6, you got Tristan Jackson.
Who's been impressive.
Yeah, we just talked about Blake Prohl. Then we got Thayer Thomas, Jalen Reagor, that Powell guy they got from the Rams.
Now, Jalen Reagor is also another name that I've been hearing has actually been stepping up quite a bit. And granted, last year, look, most of the time that Kirk threw an interception throwing Jalen Reagor's way was because Jalen Reagor gave up on the route.
Right? So he just figures out the route running. I think it's just miscommunication in a new system too.
Well, and now this year he'll have a full off season. Last year he didn't have a full off season with the system. It was brand new to him. So give him a full off season.
And he's fast.
Yeah, and the dude was a first round talent for a reason. So
yeah,
I
maybe
think
he'll hit his stride here.
Yeah, I think maybe he'll do well. We didn't pick up his 5th-year option, so I really don't think he'll be here beyond this year unless he really balls out.
Yeah.
But it's going to be tough because he's kind of down in the depth chart now.
It sounds like Seen's been turning some heads too. Really nice diving interception on Saturday.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll see. He's coming back from that injury, so
I think
safety room's deep too.
Yeah, Metellus. You got Jay Ward. You got Harrison Smith, Cam Bynum. And then you got, like we just said, Lewis Cine. It is a pretty deep room, and it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I think Cine
He'll definitely get some reps.
Cine is definitely going to get reps, but I think he's more solely a replacement for Harrison.
Yeah.
Cam Bynum just plays a completely different position.
I think Harrison might. I think he's going to have a hell of a year. I'm excited to see what this Flores defense brings.
Getting them blitzing again.
You know, we got Daniil just signed that 1 year, $20 million extension. So
big news.
He's like number 8. He's tied with Von Miller for number 8 for like the highest paid defensive players.
Which is fair. I mean, and then give him a full year. There's no tag clause with that, so we can't franchise tag him for next year. If he wants to leave, he can leave. If we want to work out a deal, we can work out a long-term deal. I don't think Kwesi's going to do that, only because I mean, you look.
Well, if they were going to give him a long-term deal, they would have given him a long-term
right.
deal.
And you look at the roster the way he's shaking it out now. It's like they're trying to get young. They want to have young guys that they can build around, and it's just so.
Well, yeah, and then you look at Madison. I guess everyone's saying he's going to clear cut running back number 1 this year. He's going to put up solid numbers. These are predictions, but I mean, and then you look at the running back's kind of deep. I think Kenny will be, mostly return and, maybe get him out of the backfield, some dumps. McBride should be like our power guy.
Yep.
And Ty Chandler, I'd just rotate him. I mean,
and that's another thing. I mean, like,
keep him fresh.
We've got 4 running backs?
Yeah.
5, right? Yeah, because we got Madison, Chandler, McBride. Oh, no, 4.
Yeah,
Kenny.
4.
So I think they're all going to get carried onto the roster. They'll probably all make the 53. Chandler's more of a scat back, so they'll probably do like pass plays out of the backfield with him. And then Madison's going to be your 3-down back.
Yep.
McBride, like you just said, probably goal line, close 3rd and shorts.
He's quick too, man. And then dude, we got a lot of dudes on the team this year. It doesn't seem like it, but like last night we were talking about the interior D line.
Yep.
I mean, you got Blacklock, you got Bullard. I didn't even mention Bullard last night.
I think Bullard will get cut.
Maybe. We got James Lynch. You got Tonga. God, who else am I missing here?
So we got
Calvin Avery from Illinois.
Jaquelin Roy, the LSU guy that we just drafted.
Totally forgot about him. That's how deep it is. And then, edge, you got Davenport, Patrick Jones, Wanham, Hunter. He's back now. So, I mean, we'll see. Linebackers not too deep.
We don't really have many interior linebackers.
Hicks, Asamoah.
Ivan Pace Jr., who's showing out.
He's been showing out from Cincinnati. That dude's a beast.
Troy Dye.
Yep, you got Troy Dye. And then
beyond that, it's kind of like...
Well, it sounds like Davenport's going to be kind of in the same... He's going to be playing the same role as Sedarius.
Similar outside linebacker kind of
deal. It may drop back a little bit, but I don't know. He's a big dude. I don't know if I'd want him dropping back in coverage.
I don't know. We saw videos. And granted, this is...
They're not
OTAs, they're not even in pads. They're not in pads. It's not like full game speed.
Well, I believe this week they start with pads.
But that's the whole thing. It's easy to look good when you're just in skeletons and you're.
We'll see once they start making contact. I'll tell you what, those guys are not even in pads are making contact. They're running through blocks and shit, man. It's gonna be crazy. I'm pretty pumped. Probably get a vlog going on Thursday.
Yeah, I think that would actually be a good idea. We'll definitely have some content from the training camp. I don't know if it'll be enough for a full vlog, but we'll get you guys something so that way you can enjoy it.
No, we should have plenty to get a full. We can get plenty of film on.
We hope so.
Unless they're like, no. Okay.
We don't want to be filming all of their plays,
I'm trying to Bill Belichick that shit.
Yeah.
And then we talk about the Minnesota Twins. Hot out of the break.
What is happening, dude?
He's got the Doc shirt on.
Yeah,
Doc.
What is happening?
Well, I'll tell you what. We go to that game on Friday. They're hitting home runs. Buxton finally breaks out of the slump, hits 2 home runs. His batting average has climbed like 20 points in the past week. They're hot out of the break, steaming hot, one of the hottest teams in baseball. And now they've lost 5 straight, and they just got swept by the Kansas City Royals.
The second worst team in the freaking league, dude.
Yeah. Back in, who's next from the A's.
What the actual hell is going on? I'm almost to the point, and we just talked about it, trade everybody. Yeah, I mean, the deadline's tomorrow, but so they swapped out Lopez for Floro. So that's a wash. Yeah, I mean, he's a little bit better than Lopez. The Twins are interested in Mets reliever Brooks Raley. He's got 2.37 ERA this year. But if you're not going to win games, then, get rid of Sonny Gray, Maeda.
We don't need these guys. You just see the Rangers. They just picked up Montgomery from the Cardinals, and then they got Max Scherzer. So, and then they got DeGrom in that rotation. Dude, like
that's a nasty.
They're making a run. They're trying to make a run,
and we're still like that's the really tough thing. Is we're still in contention, but like, we suck. I hate to say it, but we suck.
Oh yeah, we're bad.
It's like
we're only half a game up.
Yeah,
we were just 4 last week.
It's just I don't understand what the whole process is. Like, what is going on? Why can we not get these superstars to get the bats going and actually score some runs?
Well, we got the Cardinals. They suck. 3.0. But yeah, at least Buxton's been heating up. But how long is that gonna last for? He goes on little hot streaks and it's gone.
I can't justify paying that guy all that money to only be a DH.
Yeah, I might as well just put him in the field.
He hasn't played the field one time this year, has he?
No.
And it's like their whole thing was they were trying to explain it like, okay, the dude's injured. We don't want to put him back out there until he's full health. Is he never going to be full health?
Yeah, I mean, he's running. He's hitting. So why can't he go in the field? Was he going to pull a hamstring? That guy's built like he's a twig.
It's just it makes no sense.
I want a guy like an Acuna or like, no, we could call Cunha.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, deadline's tomorrow, 6 p.m. So, and the whole purpose of the deadline, you're supposed to reward, players and give them a boost, help the camaraderie of the team. And the Twins lately have proven they don't deserve the help.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm hoping, and the real question is like, are we buying or are we selling? Are we going to be trading guys away to get more capital, or are we going to be out there loading up?
You could trade Polanco. I mean, I don't even give a shit what they do at this point. If they do make the playoffs, we all know what's going to happen.
First round and bounce.
I know we're being negative here, but hey, this is Minnesota.
Realistic.
It happens all the time.
We're being realistic.
All the time. Speaking of Minnesota stuff too, Wild just extended Philip Gustafson 3 years, $11.25 million. I'm pretty pumped for the seasons coming up because here at Keeping Up with the North, we're gonna follow it all.
We like to get out to the
Vikings,
games.
Wild, Timberwolves.
We'll work on
not the Lynx because nobody watches the Lynx, and they're not good anymore. They're not the powerhouse. We'll see what A-Rod can do with them.
Yeah. Bless you.
Bless me. Oh, bless you. Thank you. It's like Quinn Williams from the Jets. Speaking of the Jets, Dalvin Cook may be going. I don't know. I don't think they need him, but that Dalvin Cook says the chances are good.
I think he just wants to have a nice run. They got a really good defense, and that's
Well, and for you fantasy people, Garrett Wilson be a solid pickup. He's working against Sauce Gardner, top 5 corner in the league. Practice, I was watching videos of them going after him.
He's got Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball this year.
Yeah, Rodgers is loving it. And they just extended him like a 2 year, $75 million or something.
Rodgers this year, I'm calling it now. He's going to say, fuck it. Garrett Wilson's down there somewhere.
Yeah.
Like
he doesn't have to say fuck it. He'll just find him.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we'll see. I'm pretty pumped. We're going to have a lot more next week. I think they're getting the pads. They got to be getting the pads.
Yeah, pads are on this week.
Yep.
I actually think it's starting today that the pads are on. It's either today or tomorrow. So once those pads go on, we'll get a real good look at it.
And you're going to see in the next few weeks, people are going to start dropping off the team.
Yep.
They're going to start making cuts.
When is that 90-man? Or what is it? They got to get down to 61st or something? Or is it 75? NFL.
I haven't played Madden in a while, so I'm not sure how many guys they got to cut.
All right, so we have...
That's the final. But they'll cut people as it goes.
Yeah, so the final cut is going to be August 29th. What time do NFL teams? August 23rd, they have to be down from 85 players to 80. And then the 30th is the deadline to cut from 80 to 53. So you'll see a lot of guys going to practice squad more than likely.
Wow. Or going to different teams.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
That's fast.
That's a lot of guys.
And that's coming up really quick.
85 to 80. I mean, you gotta fucking tuck ass and just get it done, man. You just gotta fucking, you gotta be on top of everything.
I'm You know what? Maybe what we do is for the next episode, we'll do some roster predictions. We'll come up with some predictions, see who we think's going to make it, who's not going to make it, give a little bit more content. But yeah, I mean, as far as that goes for me today, I don't think I have.
I don't have anything more. Just keep it up in the north. Home of Minnesota Daily Sports Talk.
Hit that like, subscribe, and ring the bell down below to stay notified.
Thanks for watching.
Have a great